All right, so I touched on this in my recent market update video, just shot actually, and I wanted to do a full video on this point because I think it's super, super important. Hey, Lily with Keller Williams Realty here in Portland, Oregon. So again, right now, I think something that's really important for people who are looking to buy a home to understand and to know is when it comes to pricing strategy on a listing. I represent both buyers and sellers. When you are listing a property, the listing agent at the moment, a lot of the time, are not going to list the home at exactly what they think the home is currently worth. They're going to list it below. And why this is important to know as a buyer is I have conversations with people every day where I'll say, oh yeah, the home was listed at $330, but it sold for $440. And they go, oh my God, that's crazy. And it is, oh my gosh, that's insane. Like, that's just such a jump in value. Like, people paid over value, like, how are we gonna compete? And part of those sentiments are true, but you also have to recognize listing agents, again, are putting things at exactly what they're worth. They're going to list them below. So I will use this strategy as a listing agent as well to some degree. Some people maybe do it a little too extreme, but that's an opinion. Sometimes, it's a good idea. So let's say I have a client who wants to sell their house for $430, but as a listing agent, we want to get in as much people as possible to see that home. So we're gonna list it at $399. That way people that put their max budget as $400 are also gonna come in and see that property. They're gonna make the open houses really busy. Their agents are gonna call me to ask about offers as a listing agent, and then that's gonna really drive interest, drive up the price, and therefore bring in as many people as possible, bring in as many offers as possible, and get those people that are already in the competitive price range to offer up their price a little bit. That way we can get my client that $430 or even a little bit more because of the way we price the home. These are strategies where I know some people might be frustrated by that. Obviously, as a buyer's agent, I always warn people about that of, hey, I know this house is technically listed in your price range, but this is what it's going to go for. Is that something that you're still comfortable paying all of that? So if you have a good buyer's agent, they should be able to weed out really what those things are going to be worth, what it is for you. And as a listing agent, you want to do as much possible to get your get your seller the best offer you can. So I hope that all makes sense. Just want to reiterate that a lot of the time when you have those high discrepancies of list price to what it actually sells for, it's not just because the high demand. A lot of it is right now because of the high demand from buyers, but part of it too is the pricing strategy a listing agent use in order to get the most amount of buyers in there and get the most interest from buyers. All right, if you have any questions on this or anything else, if you are someone who is thinking of selling your house and you want to talk about all of these listing strategies, I'd be super happy to do that with you and go over for a consult. And then if you are a buyer, I'm happy to talk with you about all the strategies you can use. Again, being able to assess, this is where my max budget is, where my max monthly payment is. And then a lot of the time my conversations right now are, okay, let's look $50K under that. Let's look below that price because people are pricing strategically and there's a lot of demand from buyers driving up price. So we're gonna look about 20 to 50K under your asking price, and then maybe also have a conversation about what your big wants, needs, and all of that are for you. And yeah, I'm happy to have that conversation with you. We can hop on Zoom and do a custom strategy all for free, all able to just give you an idea of what's really possible for you and where you need to go from there. My phone number will be below. You can also comment or message me on whatever you're watching this on, and I'm always here to be of any assistance I can.